Hello again. A short while ago, I received a message from a lady called Tony from a company called Stamps by Me. And she asked if she could send me some products by Stamps by Me to see what I could do with them. So I actually have to admit I hadn't heard of this company before. But anyway, I agreed, and yesterday a package arrived, and this is what was there. So there's quite a variety of things. This one is purely a set of dies, hearts in the middle, a couple of circles, and an edging piece. So it looks to me like it could make an aperture in a card there. And this would be kind of cut into the surrounding part of the circle, or if you use the outer piece, you could have a whole take out die cut. Oh, there's an interesting one. Christmas, a good old reindeer, and two sentiments, joy and Noel, each with its own backing, and a string of fairy lights. Lovely dies. This one says it's an embossing folder and die set, in that there is a die inlaid within this, so it will cut and emboss at the same time. And this one's called Eternity. There you go. This is a stencil and die collection, it says, and there's a 5-part layered stencil plus a die to cut out the whole thing, and sentiment, and it's got a backing as well. That's the backing there. So isn't this interesting? Creeping Blossom, that one's called. I've been wanting to do some layering stencils for a while, so that's going to be of interest. Here's another one of those embossing folder with the die included. So that one will emboss the, it says Sweet Pea Garden. It'll emboss the leaves and flowers and cut out this section in the middle, I think. And then two more 3D embossing folders. This one's called Poppy Garden, and this one's called Pretty Peony. Really interesting stuff. And this one called Let's Be Jolly, so it's a Christmassy one. It says Merry Christmas, most wonderful time of the year. Believe in the magic of Christmas. And these are all stamps, and there's a space here for a large treble clef, a couple of snowflakes. But on the back, there are two treble clefs, a bit of music, a stave, and some notes. So you could put the notes where you like. This. A couple of crotchets and the rest are quavers, or quarter notes and eighth notes, as you'd say in the US. Okay, right. Well, I think we'll just have a go at one of these and see where. I quite like it. Let's have a go at this one. Quite like this one. Only once have I had an embossing folder that included a die. And it was, I didn't want that one at the moment. And that was free with a magazine, and I just couldn't get on with it. It had like a heart in the middle, I think. So let's see how we get on with this. So Sweet Pea Garden, this is called. So this die stays in the embossing folder permanently. It's attached there, and you don't try to take it out. And I think it's got these corners in, just to make it that much more secure in the folder. So I've got a card base. I've got a couple of spare bits of card. So let's kind of have a go. So this is the right side of my card. This is the linen side. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to have to cut it probably later. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do, but we'll see. Now, I don't know for this folder what the sandwich will be in my platinum spellbinder. Spellbinder platinum, should I say. I think I'll take out my platform top and just try with the 2 cutting plates. Let's see what happens with this. I'll bring it in a little bit further so you can see. Right, I've just got the platform base. I haven't got the platform top, but just two cutting plates. Let's see if this will go through. No, it's not going. Let's try again. No, it doesn't want to go. Let me take out one of these and I'll try this adapter plate. Let's see if that will work. Let's put that embossing folder straight onto the base plate. I won't have one of those. I'll have this instead. Let's just see if this goes. Yep, well, I think we're in business. I hope there's enough pressure to have cut it properly. Let's just see. It has. Right. Let's just see. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? It hasn't cut the bottom. Didn't cut that bottom bit there. So, let me just get a craft knife and a ruler. It's got a metal edge. I probably should have gone backwards. Did I go back? Did I go both ways? I don't remember. How are we doing? There we go. There we go. Not quite as smooth as I would like. Let me just... I'm just kind of getting to know what to do with these things. So, that's pretty, isn't it? So what to do with this? Let's just put this on one side for a minute, put our plates away to see what we can come up with to make a card out of this. So if I've got a card base like that, I've got a square one, that is the exact size of the front if I were to cut it exactly. Or I could cut it down just a little. Let's just cut it down to the exact size first of all. Normally I would cut card bases on my guillotine, but because you can't see what's happening on my guillotine, I'll use this trimmer. So let's look at the exact width of it. See where it comes to just there. So if I put this exactly the same place, just there, we should be in business. Right, let's take a look. Right, it's pretty good. Now, if I were to do, say, white on white, I could colour some of these in, but I could emboss something behind. Don't know which way around it goes, really. I don't suppose it matters. I think you can choose. Are they identical? They're pretty much the same thing, but the other way up, if you know what I mean. Looks like it. So, how about if I were to put some, I don't know, some embossing behind? I think I actually might cut this down just a tad so that there is a bit of a, so that it doesn't look like the front of the card, but it looks like, you know, let me just cut it down a bit more. Let me just do that. So if I take half a centimetre, no, it's quite a lot. How much should I take? Yeah, well, I'll take half a centimetre off each side. The joy of this kind of trimmer is you've got a measure on the negative side as well as on the positive side. So if I just take half a centimetre off each side, we should be a centimetre smaller all the way round, shouldn't we, from the original size. Right, and one more. And by going round in the same direction each time, we should have it absolutely square, because we're cutting one side from the side we've already done, which means that it's going square each time. Right, there we go. Now I've got a slightly smaller thing. So I've got a border all the way around. That's nice. I prefer that, don't you? It just frames it, that tiny little bit just frames it. So how about if I put some embossing behind? I've got various embossing folders. Just let me get an embossing folder. Oops, easy. Some here. Bunch of. I don't think I want flowers again. Music might be nice, mightn't it? Or writing. But if I have that's a bit of script. But if I have a sentiment on, I don't want it to clash with it. I'm going to try that music one. Let's try the music. So down we go. I'm very fond of having a spot of music here and there. So let's do this in this way. I'll cut a bit off this. Don't want to waste it. So here we go. Oh, how wide is this? Okay, I think that should do. There we go. I don't know how much I'm going to need, actually. Right, there we go. I always push this away from me, because pushing it away makes sure that it's square against that back edge. Pull it this way, I might just pull it off a bit and then I wouldn't get a right angle cut. Okie dokie. Right, let's just emboss this. And this should emboss with, I think it's just these two. Let's just see. No platform base. Let's see. Yeah, that's the one. Actually, I didn't use these new cutting plates and everything from Spellbinders for ages, because I tried to do something and it didn't work, and I thought, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. But since I've got them out again, they really so much better. That's quite nice, isn't it? To trim a bit off the bottom. If I have this raised, talking about what we were talking about yesterday, perspective, make it stand up a little. And then if I just have a bold sentiment of some description, there was a sentiment in that bunch, wasn't there? What was that? Hello, beautiful. I wonder if this is going to be any good. It might be. Let's have a look. There's all the, I think it might be a bit big. Let's just take a look. Here it is. Hello, beautiful. Let's just cut one out and see what it looks like. I don't know if I like it or not. Let's just see. Right. Platform top, lower plate, card, die, and top plate. There we go. Let's have a look at this. Oh, cut beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. Right, here we go. There we go. Oh, it's beautifully fine. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? Look. That is so fine. It's lovely. Hello, beautiful. let's just have a look. I'd have to do it in a different colour for it to show up. That might be quite nice, actually. Let me do the backing. Let me cut out the backing. Let's do it from this one. The wrong side. It won't matter that the linen weave is not square. It's slightly on the diagonal, but I've done it from the wrong side, so it's flat. There's no texture on this side of the card. Let's have a look. Hello, beautiful. It's quite sweet. Wonder what I should do that in silver or something. I think I may do that in silver. Anywhere on this front, I think would kind of do. Let me just cut this down. Make sure I don't cut off too much. Make sure I get it the right way up. I do agree it is difficult for some people, if you don't read music, to know which way to orient any images of musical scores. Right, let's put some foam tape on the back of here. Huge, look, fairly new one. My goodness me. Let's just put some foam tape on the back of this. Covered over the low tack tape there, so I'm just going to go over it with my tape runner. Right, now we can stick this onto the card front. I will just put a little bit of glue stick over because it's so tacky. If you get it in the wrong place, you obviously often can't move it. Right, there we go. Make sure the card's opening in the right direction. I do love white on white. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And that relief, that little look of perspective, just adds so much. Do you know? I had put it on upside down. Would you believe it? What a good job. What a good job. I put that glue stick on there. How I tell which is the right way up is that there's a bar line there. The first note has got a dot after it, which means it's half as long as the normal note, half as long again as the normal note. So that's how an easy way to tell. If you've got a little dot and the flicks on the quarter notes, eighth notes, or whatever, no, not quarter notes, eighth notes, 16ths, etc., always go to the right. Anyway, let's get it the right way up this time, shall we? After talking about getting it the right way up. Oh, my Lord. Here we go. That's better. Right. Let's get it. Now, do you see, if I hadn't put that glue stick over the foam tape, it would probably have grabbed the card so hard that I couldn't take it off to get it the right way around. Okay. Right, we're nearly there. All we need now is this sentiment. Do I want that all down? Let me cut this out in silver. I think it just might look nice in silver. I might put the background in white. Let me just get some silver card. Here's a bit of pretty stuff. It's a silver glitter. So let's just put a little, I don't know how this is going to, this may not work because that's so fine. When you put double-sided tape on the back, sometimes it's really hard to get the die cut out in one piece. The sticky, affects it, and it doesn't like it very much. So let's just see how we go with this. If it doesn't work, I'll cut it out again from just regular card without any, like here, without any double-sided tape on it. There are ways, if it doesn't work the first time, there's always a way to have a go and get it right. Okay, here we go. Right, here we are. Now, there's my background for it. Let's see if we can get this off without it damaging. Looks like it ought to. Let's just see. It's this particular one is really sort of tough, and it doesn't like being cut out fine. No, I don't think that's going to work. I'm just going to cut it out plain, and then I'll stick it on with the glue. Okay. I'll put this very fine shim. Give me just a bit of extra pressure. Let's do that. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Right. I probably should have used some double-sided sheet rather than double-sided tape. The double-sided sheet doesn't seem to be quite so, so sticky, so tacky. It's just really quite hard to get some out with that stuff on the back. And glitter card is notoriously difficult to cut, actually. It seems to have a, I don't know, kind of a barrier, but we're there. We'll get it out. It's peeling. Can you see the top layer's peeling off? We'll get there. There you go. This does look beautiful, actually, doesn't it? And I'll see whether I like it with the background or by itself. We'll see. To be kind of careful with this. It's really, really delicate. It's lovely. Really lovely. I'm glad to find out about this company. I think I just kind of hadn't heard of some. Right, nearly there, nearly there. Then we'll see where we want it. There we go. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. Right. There we go. Hello, beautiful. My goodness. So let's see what we want. Move those out of the way for now. I can't do this with this mat. It's kind of, because it's silicone, everything kind of sticks. I have to move it with a wet wipe. Right. Do I need? I think I do. I'm going to put it onto the background. So let's have a drop of glue. Which one shall I use? Let's use this for now. I did order, I thought, some big fat Nouveau ones, and when they came, they were medium. I hadn't read the thing properly. It's always as well, isn't it, to read? I ordered something else, an embossing folder, and it was huge when it came. It was, not at all what I thought it was. Right, nearly there. It takes me a time. There we go. I think we've got it glued now. Okay. Just wipe that up. Oh, done there. There we go. Right, let's stick this down onto the backing. It's really pretty. Actually, to be honest, because it's so delicate, I think the sticky tape would have been very difficult to position on here because, like the foam tape, it grabs quickly. Right, there we go. Just a tiny bit of something. That's it. Look at that, isn't that sweet? Hello, beautiful. And we'll have that uptight up on the piece of foam tape as well. So I think that's really pretty. Another time, I think I may try a bit of colour. But for the first time of using, I think a little bit of white on white is a really good notion. Right, a bit of foam tape on here. Nearly done. I'm going to go and see Deb today. Deb I saw the other week for coffee, fabulous crafter, and she's going to help me. I've got a new MacBook and I haven't got a clue how to use it, so she's a Mac user, so she's going to give me a couple of lessons, so I'll be very grateful to her. So I'm hoping that the MacBook will be easier for me to get my videos loaded onto YouTube. I've been trying to do it on an iPad all this time, and I think it has its kind of limitations, so I'm going to get a bit of a hand today from Deb, hopefully. Very kindly she's offered. So here we go. I will just put a bit of glue on the back of this. There it is. Right. Where shall we have it? Hello. Beautiful. Now I'm going to have to take that off there because it's on top of that bit. I didn't even think about that, did I? You see how well it's stuck? Goodness me. Right. There we go. Oops. There. Hello. Beautiful. Isn't that nice? Well, thank you, Stamps by Me. I think that's really pretty. So, as ever, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And thank you so much for watching.